BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to read the rewards of trading when the price is going up or down. Over on Dixie for the daily, we have an indecision candle, so I would watch for a red candle next. If we see a red candle next, that usually would be positive for crypto, because normally when Dixie goes down, crypto goes up. Momentum is breaking bearish, VWAP is favoring bearish, money flow is starting to weaken, so I would keep an eye on things here. Over on the 1 hour, VWAP is breaking into the bullish territory, making a higher high. Watch if it gets a higher low. If it creates a bullish trend, then we can continue forward. But if that VWAP just rolls over and we see another strong wave like here or here, then it's likely bears will remain in control. Over on Bitcoin dominance, we are still indecisive overall. I would watch as we continue to consolidate. If we continue to consolidate, we could make a bull flag that could break out and push us up. Again, that would be bad for an altcoin season because we need dominance to break away in order for our altcoins to push against Bitcoin. VWAP is pushing down, momentum is running up, but VWAP breaks neutral. Watch for our momentum to reverse. Money flow is in the green, so we do look positive for a continuation forward. Over on the 1 hour, we did break above our value area high, then we did see a very quick crash down. So this could be positive for any kind of bearish momentum to help push that total up. Remember, dominance can decrease and Bitcoin can still increase. Momentum is pushing down. VWAP is favoring bearish. Money flow is in the green. But if that VWAP continues to favor bearish here, we will see a breakaway. Over on total for the daily, we did break away from our flag possibility on the lower time frames. This is why you trade with confirmation. Stochastic does want to round. RSI is flat. Momentum is starting to roll over with a red dot, and VWAP is breaking into the bearish territory, which is starting to weaken that money flow. So I would exercise caution. If that VWAP continues to favor bearish on this lower time frame here, then we will continue to break away. We did warn that that third touch, we should have seen a breakout, and that was less likely to see a break up. We did get some red candles right here. You could have seen we got a breakthrough, rejected. We did come up for a retest, but we got pushed down overall. So that would have been your clue there. With that VWAP favoring a little more on the bearish side, that was also a warning signal. So I would keep an eye on that VWAP. Remember, it does help kind of direct which way we'll go. Over on the 1 hour, we tried to create a long upper shadow candle and push down, but we are pumping forward, so this is positive. We could see a slightly higher low with a higher high, and if we do, then we could create bullish trends to help continue us forward. VWAP does have a higher low, so watch if it can break that neutral and hold. If it can, then we will see momentum push up. Money flow can break in the green, and higher time frames would strengthen. This could be a double bottom if we can continue to push up here. So I would watch if we push around that 108 trillion like this probability says we could. That could give us a further break to those higher target levels that we covered. Over on Bitcoin futures for the daily, we have the same indecision here as well. Stochastic does want to round. Our momentum is starting to roll over. VWAP is starting to break down, and money flow is starting to weaken. Keep an eye on that VWAP. If it continues to pull back here, we could continue to drop away. Over on the 1 hour, we do have a long upper shadow candle. We have a long lower shadow trying to follow it. So we have some indecision showing right here. We need a strong green candle to push us up. And above this, I'd say above 106 to continue us forward. Or if we get a red candle and we break that 101K, then the bears are likely going to try to push us right around that 93K, 100K range. Our stochastic is breaking down. RSI is starting to push down as a result. VWAP is breaking down. Momentum is rolling over, and money flow is in the green. But with VWAP pulling back, that money flow could flip into the red soon, which could start to weaken these higher time frames. So I would exercise caution. Over on Bitcoin for the daily, we have another indecision candle. Tried to break our resistance area, and we got rejected again. The only positivity is we are making a consolidative move after a push up, which could create a little bull flag to try to push us forward. We will delete this double bottom because, in my opinion, it's played out, and it may not end up playing. So I am going to delete it just so we have less things on the chart taking up room. Our stochastic does want to push up. RSI is trying to gain strength. Our momentum does want to roll over with a red dot. So keep an eye on that. If that momentum continues to drop away, our money flow will weaken and price will follow. VWAP is trying to break bearish, so watch lower time frames. Over on the 1 hour, we did try to break forward after seeing a bearish trend. We did see this VWAP run up. It did make a bullish trend, but now is starting to break away. Right about here, you could notice that we were losing that VWAP strength as price tried to continue forward. Remember, when price pushes up and VWAP is weakening, price usually is going to follow, and we did warn of that last night. Our momentum does want to push down. Stochastic is trying to make a bounce. RSI wants to push forward. So if that VWAP can break through neutral and hold, we could make a bounce here. But if that VWAP rejects and continues to make a bearish trend, we will continue to drop away, weakening higher time frames and possibly pushing down to those support levels. Over on graph for the daily, we did push down to our value area high right around that 18,491. I would watch that VWAP is favoring bearish, bringing momentum and money flow lower. RSI and stochastic are dropping, so we don't have very much strength here. I would watch this could be a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, which in that case, draw that out quick. There's your shoulder, there's your head, there's your other shoulder. That would be a bearish pattern. This bearish pattern could bring us even lower if we're not careful. It would break us right around that 14,316. So I would exercise caution against a breakdown in that range. Our stochastic is pushing down, RSI is weakening, VWAP's favoring bearish. Again, watch that very close. Over on the 1 hour, we could have an attempt to break away. This would be our neckline right around here, and then we are retesting. So if we see a rejection around this area, it's likely we would continue lower and see the bears gain control. VWAP is trying to push bullish. Momentum does want to gain strength, but that money flow is heavy in the red. So unless that VWAP makes a convincing bullish trend, we will see momentum and money flow continue to drop down, which will break us away. Right now, that VWAP is trying to break bullish, so if it can hold, that would be positive. But if we see it reject in the next few hours, that's where we would see that break down. Over on Anchor for the daily, we have some indecision here as well. We did try to get some of our breakdown from our triangle, but we remained pretty flat overall. RSI is pulling back, stochastic is pretty beat down. That VWAP does want to reject that neutral. It's starting to round just under it, so keep an eye, as that would continue to make that momentum favor bearish and bring that money flow from green into the red. Over on the 1 hour, if we zoom in here, you can see we got that a pretty quick breakaway. Kind of hard to see with all the white, but this would be our trend line here. So we got that quick breakaway, tried to wick back into it, and we did drop down. We did see a strong candle bounce back because we did make a quick move down, and usually wicks do fill as well. So I would watch for a continuation of this downtrend. Remember, that could bring us right around that 2673, but I'm going to delete it at this point because we are making this strong bounce back, which could continue to push us higher if that VWAP can break into a bullish trend, pushing momentum higher and making that money flow flip from red to green. If that VWAP cannot break into a bullish trend, then it's likely we would still see that rejection. So keep that in mind. I'm not deleting it just because it's played out. I'm deleting it mainly because I'm not looking at buying in, and we have covered it for the last several days. Over on XRP for the daily, we do still have a potential to run up if we continue to make a bull flag here. Momentum is weakening, stochastic and RSI are starting to drop away. VWAP is favoring bearish and money flow is weakening, so watch those lower time frames, much like everything else. Over on the 1 hour, we do technically have 4 touches to the bottom, so I would watch for a push up. If we get a push up and we do not break through that 335, then we would likely see the bears remain in control, break us down, and invalidate the pattern. But with us making this bounce here, that does give us one last hope to make a bullish trend and push forward. So I would watch for a break of that 328. There is a 75% chance we hit there. We need to continue a bullish trend at that point to continue higher. That VWAP is trying to make a bullish trend, trying to push that momentum higher, and money flow is indecisive, so watch that VWAP very close. If it can break into a bullish trend and hold, then we will continue forward, and this could be a double bottom to help give us that push up. Last but not least, we have Algo for the daily. We are seeing a push down overall. Again, this could be that some descending triangle. A descending triangle could try to break us right around that like 28.48 zone. Stochastic is pulling back, RSI is weakening, VWAP is favoring bearish, bringing momentum and money flow lower. That money flow is in the red, so if lower time frames do not reverse and hold, then we are going to see a breakaway. Over on this 1 hour, we did try to make a bullish trend here. We failed by getting a lower high, so watch very close. We do have a higher low, so we do still have one more chance to push up, make a higher high, and create a mini bull trend after getting this bearish consolidation. So that would be the kind of hope here. Stochastic does want to push up. RSI is trying to gain strength. VWAP is trying to push bullish, but we are starting to favor bearish, so keep an eye on it. If it rejects that neutral, momentum will break down, money flow will remain red, and higher time frames will see stronger red candles. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night. Hit the like and subscribe, and join us in the Discord.